And welcome to the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show. I'm Larry Krueger with a little 49er draft video with the draft approaching 3 weeks away. Well, according to a report that's out today, the 49ers, Ryan Fowler of the Draft Network reported the Niners have met with Louisville defensive end Yaya Diaby leading into the draft. And really exciting player. This is a player that I really have liked for much of the year. He's a defensive end, and he's really got a lot of talent. We're talking about a guy who ran 4.51 with a 1.56 10-yard split. So he's flying. He's really fast off the snap, and he's 6'3", 263 pounds. So he's got some. He's a 4.3 defensive end. But just to put that perspective, put that 10-yard split in perspective, he ran 1.56. Nolan Smith of Georgia ran a 1.52. Smith is considered one of the most electric players off the edge. Smith, though, is outweighed by Diaby by 25 pounds. So Nolan Smith's 25 pounds lighter than Yaya Diaby. Nolan Smith runs a 1.52. Diaby runs a 1.56. So great athlete, 37-inch vertical, projected to probably go in like the fourth or fifth round. This year, the 2022 season, 14 tackles for loss, 9 sacks. Very productive player. He's got big hands, 10 and 3/8 inch hands, and it's if you can marry athletic traits and college production, you really got something. And that's what you have here with Diaby. You've got this incredible athlete who runs 4.51 at 260 pounds that has an incredible get off, incredible 10-yard split, 37-inch vertical. So he's got all the athleticism that you're looking for. And then he's got collegiate production. 9 sacks this year. Very productive football player. Now, he's somewhat raw as a pass rusher. He definitely lacks some counter moves, plays a little high versus the run. But why I think this is a perfect fit for the 49ers is this guy has great speed, great lateral burst. Now he's raw. He's going to be a much better player 2 years from now, 3 years from now than he is right now. But in the Niners scheme, that wide nine, they're just shooting up the field, and they need guys who can get the edge. And at 4.51 at 263 pounds, that's almost an ideal, speed to power ratio there. He's got very strong hands. He fires those hands, super productive. Right now, he's more of a power rusher. Okay, he's a power rusher. He's going to beat you with power. He can convert speed to power. But why he's a great fit for the Niners is the Niners love on their front line to run games, stunts and twists and movement up front. And this guy can play that game at a very high level. So really like Diaby. I think he's a tremendous player. Bruce Feldman, who comes up with his Bruce Feldman's freaks list, where he breaks down the freakiest athletes in all of college football, had Diaby ranked 85th. And what he wrote was that Diaby has emerged as a solid player, making 39 tackles and 3 tackles for loss. This is looking back at his season 2 years ago, 2021. 6'3", 260-pound senior, has an 8'1" wingspan. 8 foot 1 inch wingspan. So he's got a really long arms. He can move incredibly well for a big man. As I said, he ran great, but then he also topped out at 20.8 miles per hour on the GPS. So, the vertical of 37 inches it shows a lot of lower body explosion. He broad jumped 10 feet. This is a guy who's really strong, too, in the weight room. He's got long arms, but he's got really strong. Bench pressed up to like 385 pounds. He just plays with great balance. He plays with a lot of body control. He's got some nasty spin moves. He's got some tremendous counter moves back inside. And he's got the natural feel for pass rushing. He knows when to use what moves. He got great explosiveness off the line of scrimmage. He's got an incredible first step and really agile feet. And he's got the ability to counter. He's got a closing burst that is really second to none. And he's got a strong punch. He'll come out, he'll throw that punch, and he's got excellent power. He's got excellent initial quickness. And he's got violent hands. So he's a long arm defensive end with real strong, a lot of strength in his upper core, but he's got flexibility and he can get home on twists and loops and stunts, and he moves really well. Now, um, you know, he sometimes can get out of control, and there's times when he's taking an outside angle and they're running inside of him. He, he doesn't have the most dynamic feet and lower leg explosion that I've seen. Um, he doesn't, he definitely has speed. He ran that 4.51. His 1.56 10-yard split is just a ridiculous time. I mean, that is a great time. And if you look at his numbers in the combine, his other drills, he tested super high. That 1.52 10-yard split, all of the other measurables were all 95th percentile or better for defensive ends who went to the combine. So he made himself a lot of money at the combine, but it's the combination of he's got great athletic traits, he's got great collegiate production. He's a JUCO kid. He went to Georgia Military College, as a JUCO player. He was a 3-star recruit by ESPN, and then went the JUCO route, and then went to Louisville after that. But what I like about him is just the combination of the foot speed, the strength in the upper body, the tenacity, the collegiate production, the off the charts athleticism. This guy's got a lot of the traits that you're looking for. And then you figure he's also going to be there in the mid rounds. 49ers have a lot of picks in that 3rd, 4, 5 round range, and Diaby's going to be right there staring at them. And I think he's going to be a great option for them. So remember the name, Yaya Diaby. 6'3", redshirt senior, about 265 pounds, and he comes flying off the edge. Really, really good player for Louisville. He's a criminal justice major. He's a guy who was one of the best JUCO players in the country, and then chose Louisville. He was recruited in a bunch of places. Arizona wanted him, Florida State wanted him, Colorado, K-State, South Carolina, Tennessee, Central Florida, West Virginia, Utah, Texas Tech. They all wanted Diaby coming out of the JUCO ranks because he was very productive. And you're talking about a guy who has great athleticism, great collegiate production, and the upside to get significantly better in the next couple of years. So what he's got, you can't teach. The incredible get off, the incredible foot speed, the strong hands, the great motor, the elite quickness. And he's got things he needs to work on, which is why he's going to be there in the 5th round. But if the Niners get to round 5 and Yaya Diaby's on the board, I would not be shocked if John Lynch and company pull the trigger on the Louisville defensive end. All right, we are brought to you by Pig and a Pickle. Check them out. They got 2 locations, one in Emeryville, one in Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week in Marin County from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., and they're open Wednesday through Sunday in Emeryville. If you're like me and you're out in the East Bay, check them out inside the Emeryville Public Marketplace. And thanks for supporting The Krug Show on YouTube.